Welcome out to the Epically Geeky Show, episode... Really? You're making that face. It's killing me. Welcome out to the Epically Geeky Show, episode number 64. I had to look down to see which number we were. I am your host, Eugene Stevens. Tonight's opening question is, you go to a family member's house, they're like, hey, let's play a board game, and they've only got 3. Monopoly, Clue, or Risk. Cyrus Martin.
Man, I don't know. I never played Risk. Did I ever play Risk? Did we play Risk?
I don't think we ever played. I know we haven't ever played Risk before.
Then I've never played Risk.
Oh, okay.
That's not. Yeah, that was just wasn't one of those games that I ever played. I don't know why. So I guess I go with the Monopoly.
Okay. So not a fan of Clue.
It's all right.
Okay.
I'm more familiar with Monopoly. You know, I played Monopoly a lot.
Okay, gotcha.
Plus, I like the little money. I like all the little colors of money. It's very nice.
It's very colorful, very Canadian. Speaking of which, yes. Ray, of the 3 games, the 3 board games, there are only ones there: Monopoly, Clue, or Risk. Which one are you gonna play?
If I want my marriage to survive, none of them. But if it's family members, we'll do Monopoly just because that's the easiest one to set up. Mm-hmm. I've tried to play Clue. The problem with playing Clue was we never got the setup to match what was actually in the end, so nobody could guess who the hell was winning. I don't know. We never set it up right ever. So
okay, that's interesting. That's hilarious, actually. Sorry, I'm having a problem.
I was like 8, so.
Let's see here. Of the 3, if honestly, it kind of depends on who's there and who's playing. But Risk just took forever. I mean, Monopoly will take forever too. But I think I would probably most likely gravitate to Clue, just because you got. Now, granted, if you play Monopoly the quote unquote correct way, I don't think it would last. You know, it's not supposed to last. Half a decade like it normally does. So. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, of the 3, I would probably go with Clue. So, speaking of such, we were talking. I don't even remember how we got on this subject, but I think we were talking on the back channel, and we came up and started. We came up with the idea that I've got a 3D printer now, and I've been playing around doing some different things, and I've been doing some design work. And I got to thinking, I was like, we had talked about, what if there was a board game of us or whatever? And I thought, oh shit, if we actually literally decided on a board game for the show, I could actually print out the pieces for it, which I'm like, that sounds fantastic. So that's what we're going to do tonight. We're actually going to take 3 of the big board games that have they tend to get a lot of the, the paint redos, you have the Simpsons version of Clue, you have the Star Wars version of Monopoly, you have the Walking Dead version of Risk. So we're gonna do our best to try to fit our situation into those 3 board games tonight.
Ooh! Yeah. Into the board games.
I thought the first game maybe we should tackle would be Clue. So the things that we've got to figure out of the main characters, the main people on the show and on the network, who would play who, what rooms we would have on the board, and then, of course, what weapons we would be using to kill each other. So I thought that would be fun. So with that being said, let's just start running down the list. And chat room, by all means, please. Recommendations if you've got them. But let's see here. So, does anyone want to throw out some people that were like, well, this person is definitely this person?
So I went with Wikipedia's description of the people.
Okay.
And based on those different suspects, I picked a couple of them.
Okay.
So I'll start with Jay because he didn't make it on. So I went with Colonel Mustard because the militant and athletic colonel of the game. So I thought that would be fitting for Jay.
Yeah, he's definitely a colonel type.
Okay.
Like there's a particular type that I see as a colonel. Not so much body type, but more like personality type.
See, I
you
had
know?
Cyrus as Colonel Mustard.
Oh no.
Okay.
I went with I have some new suspects as well.
Okay.
I went with
Okay.
not just main crew. So Cy,
Yes.
you are Sergeant Gray, the
Ooh.
demented and corrupt cop of the game.
Yeah.
See, I had that for Picky Old Gamer.
Well, that might be true also.
See, and again, picky old gamer. I went with Mr. Naylor, the grouchy and helpful gardener.
Okay.
Because
That fits. Yeah, I can see that.
yeah. As for Eugene, I went with Professor Plum because you're the uptight, intelligent professor.
I had the same thing, not going to lie.
Miss Peach, the manipulative and innocent Southern belle, I picked for Lainey.
See, I had Lania Scarlet.
Oh, okay. Which is the sultry and beautiful actress.
Right. Sorry, I was reading the chat room.
Yeah, fair enough. What was it?
Oh, Ryan. That was very random, Ryan. We're in the middle of talking about Clue, and Ryan jumps in with, "It was Cy in the gaming room, and he used the SNES Mini to murder Eugene because the colors were wrong."
Nice.
Done.
That's pretty. That's not going to happen. I would never kill someone over.
Never
Video
say never.
games.
Oh, sorry. And then I was just going to say for Chris, I picked Madame Rose, a peculiar and eccentric psychic. So,
See, I went with I started off with the main characters from the original board game, and then I expanded to some of the ones you listed, like who was it?
Mr. Naylor.
Sergeant Gray is actually from the VHS game, which, by the way, chat room, if you've never heard of it, never seen it, whatever, go look it up on YouTube. You can find the entire thing. Someone has uploaded the entire VHS copy of this. But I remember playing this game. I was probably in about 5th grade or whatever, with my grandfather. He was extremely ill. He had cancer, and so a lot of the family would come over and see him or whatever. And he loved playing board games. And this was this hot new thing of playing board games with a VHS tape. So you would play it, and then you would act out something, or you had to ask questions or do something or another. And then you'd have to either fast forward or rewind to a different part of the VHS tape. But DVD would have this would have been perfect for DVD. But by at that point, we're already like, no, this is not working. I had Cy as Colonel Mustard, but I kind of like what you said. I had me as Professor Plum. I had Lainey as Miss Scarlet. I had Chris as Miss Peacock. I had you as Mr. Green.
Me as Mr.
You
Green?
as Mr. Green.
So, Reverend Green, I picked as Lou.
See, I had Lou as Wadsworth the Butler. And I had Jay as... I kind of like Jay as Colonel Mustard, though. But I had Jay as Monsieur Brunette because I thought it would just be hilarious. I had Jennifer as Miss White because I did pull in some of the other people from the network. Yep. And then I had Rudy as Mr. Body.
Which one's Mr. Body there?
Mr. Body, because he's the one that we end up killing.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Because he didn't show up.
Because he didn't show up. That's right. And he'll never hear this anyway. So, any thoughts, Cyrus? Any recommendations? Anything you think we should change around or anything?
No, not not really. I'm not that familiar with it, and I really I don't know. Yeah, I kind of like what y'all have done to it.
Okay. You might be able to be more helpful with this part then. Okay, so I don't remember how many rooms were in the house. I'm going to have to look that up real quick. But there were different rooms in the house, and I thought the rooms in our house for our version of the game would be rooms that we'd actually enjoy or like to hang out in or whatever. So I said we would have like an arcade, we'd have a home theater, we'd have a craftsman shop. a kitchen. We'd have like the collectibles room where like we put all of our geeky trophies and stuff like that. Any other rooms that you can think of right offhand? I forgot to look up to see how many rooms were on the board game.
So, just off the top of my head, I'm thinking you have to have a yard where there's like barbecue.
Oh, nice. Yep, that's.
And then the only other one that I could think of off the top of my head really quick is a reactor of some sort, just for shits and giggles.
There's like 9 rooms, so let's see. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's pretty much
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
So I think so we said a reactor, an arcade, a theater, a shop, like a workman shop, a kitchen, the collectibles room. You said the reactor, and then what was the other one? Oh, a yard for barbecuing. So
Can we have like a creepy boiler room?
just to throw it in there, sure. Who was killed in the creepy boiler room? No one, because we were all smarter than that. Like nothing happened. Yeah. Nothing. Like it's on the board, but nothing ever happens there.
Nobody killed Rudy, but he just went in there and.
Okay, the last thing to wrap that one up is we need the weapons. Now I was trying to decide: are we going to go with real world weapons? Are we going to go with real world versions of fantasy weapons? Or are we just going to go straight fantasy weapons?
None of mine.
I think we should go for like non-weapons that we use as weapons, like absurd.
So an
absurd
NES
things.
Mini, SNES Mini.
NES, yes, NES Mini is
right.
the first.
See,
yes.
my first one, your newest video, Eugene, actually picked. That's how I got my Nerf gun. I thought a Nerf gun would be pretty.
Nerf gun,
SNES Mini. See, okay, I had I went with like traditional weapons. Of course, I didn't know, like I said, if we were going to make them like, actually their fancy version or what. Because I had lightsaber, chainsaw, magic wand. But like I said, I didn't know if it was like, a prop lightsaber that someone literally beat someone to death with.
Yes.
Yes.
What about your proton pack?
Oh my god, yes,
Yeah.
the proton pack. You just beat someone to death with that. That would
Choke them with the cable,
So if you can print off, do a 3D print of some batarangs, then we can use those now.
Oh my god, batarangs would be great.
And then I also did Garth from Wayne's World, his battery pack, with when he tells the guy to get out of the way. Excuse me, when you get out of the way now, and where he zaps the guy.
Yes.
Oh.
All the D batteries around.
See, okay. So, all right. So, what did we decide? Did we decide on realistic weapons, or are we going to go with just the random?
Go with the random
stuff,
random
like random props, but like literally, like it would be a horrible death having someone kill you with a freaking Nerf gun, because you'd have to like break it apart and like be stabbing them with the plastic. So okay,
Ryan suggested an Xbox. I can't think of a more demeaning weapon to use against someone. Like, if you're gonna kill me, at least use a PS4. Sheesh.
Really, Jesus.
The only other one that I have on here that way is the holy hand grenade.
Oh,
nice!
Yeah. Thine holy hand grenade.
We need like a Transformer action figure or something like that. Just that would be great. All right, well that pretty much do what?
A giant stuffed bear. We like smother someone.
Well, if Laney's going to be in the house, then yes, like
a
pug. Someone has to kill someone else with a pug somehow.
An actual pug.
An actual pug. It's not a stuffed pug. Like someone picked a pug up and beat someone else to death with it. Oh my god, that would be a horrible way to go. Because all I can do is I'm picturing that right now is just someone going, yep. All right, so let's move on to Risk. We'll go ahead and move on to Risk real quick. All right, the only things that I could think of would be we've got to figure out the armies we're going to command. Now, instead of just having red and blue and whatever colors, I thought we would have armies of different armies from different things that we've watched. So I had robots, zombies, aliens. I thought maybe cats. Cats would be pertinent. You're going to take over the world with an army of cats. That would obviously be Cyrus's army.
Unfortunately, I don't think I'd be running it, but yeah.
Let's be honest.
I'd be like their C-3PO. They'd haul me out on the little chair, and I'd try to reason with them, and they would shake their heads and say weird shit, and then do what they wanted to do anyway.
As they claw your head, yeah.
Yeah.
So I went about it a little bit differently.
Okay.
I thought about some of the best armies that I could think of.
Okay.
So Starship Troopers, I went with the Bugs from Starship Troopers.
Nice.
Daleks, obviously, from Doctor Who. Because, that would be an awesome army to have.
An awesome army.
I would love it.
Flying Monkeys from Wizard of Oz.
Oh, see, I was trying to stay away from licensed properties, but I'm liking this too much. So, yeah, I like this idea better.
And then Romulans from Star Trek.
Okay. Not Klingons?
Well, because... yeah, you can definitely do that. I was just trying to grab some...
The Klingons. Well, Praxis exploded, and the Klingon army was decimated. And the Empire fell, and the Captain Kirk had to go and basically stop a coup d'etat, which would have completely ruined the Klingons because they were willing to just die instead of survive and become part of the Federation. So I don't see how there would be an army of Klingons when clearly they're part of the Federation now.
And we just earned the Epically Geeky tag tonight. Thank you for that, Cyrus.
These things you're saying, they don't make sense. What you're trying to say right now goes against everything that's really going on in America. You need to wake up. You need to open your eyes.
I'm just thinking the little characters, like, the small army would be like a Batleth, and then, like, the bigger army version would be a Klingon bird of prey. But no, Romulan would be fine, too.
The only other thing that I thought of was the toy soldiers themselves, like the little tiny.
Oh, that would be fun.
So,
see, if you're going to add that on, I'd say like White Walkers.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
We'd have to add White
What
Walkers.
what about lemmings, like from the video game?
Oh my god!
Yes,
an army of
they
lemmings.
do exactly what you say.
Just like start them in one direction and you're done. That's
Pretty
it.
much,
They
yeah.
just go. And what happens?
We'd have to change the name of the
Especially
game from Risk to Cannon Fodder.
I'm liking that. That's good.
Ooh, Clone Troopers. That's not bad.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Sai would be fighting an army known as the PC Master Race.
That's coming up in a video, by the way.
Oh, I bet it is.
Fuck those motherfuckers.
Now, here's the next question. As for the map that we're fighting on, are we fighting on a world map? Are we going to fight on a traditional world map? Are we going to fight on a map with countries or areas from fantasy places? Because let me just say, there are two places I had that had to be on this map. Doesn't matter what the other countries are. We have to have Canada, and we have to have Texas. The rest of the U.S. is questionable.
Let me say something before you say anything. I don't care what the map is necessarily, as far as specifics, but it needs to be a slightly angled Mode 7 from Super Nintendo style. Overworld.
How the hell do you mean?
It can happen. There's a way this can happen.
Not sure how, but okay.
The whole map just looks like these really bad polygons.
Hey, they're not that. Come on, it's stylized. Graphics are stylized.
Yeah. That's
I went with popular places and things.
Okay.
So it's kind of just whatever yeah.
Like.
Okay, so like Magrathea.
Okay.
From Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Okay.
Cloud City.
The Bespin?
Silent Hill.
Ooh, that's an interesting poll.
The Island from Lost. Because who's not going to defend that one, right?
I know, right?
But here's the thing. If you invade it, you never get to leave.
You have to keep an army there. You can never remove the army from there.
That's right.
They should do a Game of Thrones thing like this with the.
I think there is a Game of Thrones risk, but I don't know. Because I was going to say,
I think it'd be. I think the game would be really cool, except for the sex. That might be a little too much.
Yeah.
You know, like every other turn, we got to stop and two people got to fuck.
You pull a card and it's inbreeding. Shit.
Damn it.
This game's bullshit. All right, come on, Jay.
Smurf Village. I actually like that.
Smurf Village. I like that one.
Hey, yeah, that sounds pretty good.
That's not bad.
Another one I thought of Rapture City. I thought that'd be an interesting
Rapture
one.
would be awesome because you could actually put it out in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
They did.
More-
They did one in the sky too.
Yeah, but everyone knows.
Yes, they did Sky one as well. Yeah.
The ocean's better. Ocean's better.
Oz, Wonderland.
Yeah.
Those are good suggestions.
Yep. What about the Upside Down?
Oh, nice.
Interesting.
That was my daughter's pick, by the way.
Oh, points to her on that one. That one's great.
Yeah.
The Upside
She's like,
Down.
"What about you?" Yeah, that was a pretty good.
What
One.
about the world from of the Dark Tower? Not the movie version we're gonna get.
Oh, you mean the actual?
the-
Yeah. So we'd have to plan out. We have the Dark Tower right in the middle of the board.
Yep.
We could have Cybertron out somewhere on the far corner.
Yeah. You could have it as like a little ball that kind of rolls around on the outside of the board, and
Waterworld. Interesting.
Waterworld.
Wow,
There you go.
Nice pull. See, this could be interesting. This could be awesome.
Oh, the spaceship from the black hole.
Dude, that's a great one, man.
Yeah, because that had some cool stuff inside.
Yeah,
of
it did.
Creepy as shit. Man,
When was the last
I'm
time
not
you
gonna go-
went back and watched that?
a couple years ago.
Okay. I haven't watched it in forever.
I mean,
Go back and watch it again.
Some of the movie does not hold up. Some of it's really weird, but that stuff where they start exploring the creepy fucking ship, it holds up because that ship is fucking creepy. And Maximilian, I don't care that he looks kind of 70s. He's still awesome. He looks like a 1977, Ford Custom, but he's still really cool.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, I think we pretty much got that nailed down. All right, so that basically takes us to Monopoly, gentlemen.
Wow.
Now, Monopoly is the one that I thought we could really kind of dig into because the other ones we kind of have run through pretty quick. But Monopoly. Yep. I think if I were going to print an actual board game, this is the one I think I would really print. Mainly because each one of the people on the show or the network have their own little piece. So it's trying to figure out what best represents us as a piece. So we'll start. We'll talk about. We'll throw out who we think for different people. So I'm going to volunteer and say Cyrus first. All right.
Okay.
My pick for Cyrus's piece, and chat room by all means, please jump in. My pick for Cyrus's piece is a Neo Geo.
Oh, good pick.
I think a Neo Geo perfectly sums up a little 3-dimensional printed Neo Geo. Moving it around for Cyrus would be awesome.
It's hard to disagree with that.
That's a good pick, man.
What did you have, Ray?
My pick was his. It's on the screen every time you look at him. It's that microphone that he's got.
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad either.
But I'm liking your Neo Geo.
Sorry.
Neo Geo just encapsulates me because it's absurd, but still amazing.
And modest.
And modest, yes.
And modest.
Very modest. There's another shirt. It's literally just a Neo Geo and just as modest.
I would love to get a shirt that just, you're right. This is like, it's got like all fucking badass like colors and shit, and this just says modest.
Got it.
Ryan, are you suggesting Sting like a little...
Oh no!
I think
No, Sting would just be he would be the one at the. You'd have to have him on as a prisoner guard.
Oh yeah, there you go.
He's in prison.
Is Neo Geo racist? I hope not. All right.
Topic. We got to find out right now. Neo Geo racist. What do you think, Eugene? Come back. Tell me right now. What do you think? What's going on with this racist thing? They're talking about Neo Geo being.
No, it's not. All right. Let's move on. Again,
Well, you're wrong. Go ahead, Ray.
I'll go ahead and throw it out there. Me.
Okay. This was a no-brainer for me.
Really? Okay.
Kenworth K100 cab over engine. Like the old school Optimus Prime truck. That's
I
wow,
really
that's
like that. That's really good.
that's the only thing I could think of for you. And so
I asked my partner.
gotta be
I asked my partner at work what she would pick, and she said a ghost trap, and I'm like, that's not bad.
that's not bad.
I don't know what I picked,
What?
but a little Dalek, you know.
If I were still super into Doctor Who, I would be like, okay, sure, but
Eugene, it's my turn. But no, the little Optimus that's perfect.
that's even better, dude.
It had to be the Kenworth K100 though. Like that's the old school,
the old school flat, yeah,
flat nose.
absolutely, yeah.
That's yeah.
Although if you don't have the colors, though, is it really Optimus? Because it could be.
Oh yeah.
Well, technically, it
No,
could
it
be
is.
Ultra Magnus, but come on now.
Yeah.
So, all right. Since we've already done two of the three of us here, we'll again and jump down to my list here to Ray. Cyrus, any thoughts for our friend Ray here? I was originally going to say my original thought was something like a paintbrush or something, but he's more than just does painting. He does a lot of handiwork. He does a lot of different things. So I actually thought a multi-tool like would actually not be too bad for our friend Ray.
I'm digging that one.
What did you
I
have?
actually
A maple leaf?
maple.
That's too general.
No? Damn. Okay, how about let's see. What's good for you, Ray? What's good for
Yeah,
you?
what did you have picked?
Well, so for myself, I threw out. I was kind of thinking the same thing. Like I'm kind of a jack of all trades, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I thought of like a jack of cards, but each corner has a different. So it's a diamond, a heart, and a club. So it's jack of all trades.
That's not bad. I kind of like the multi-tool.
I'm digging the multi-tool though. Yeah.
So
I was trying to figure out.
Multi-tool. What game was that where they would say multi-kill? You remember that?
oh,
You
No.
remember that?
uh,
Was that Quake
wait,
3?
yeah,
or?
yeah.
Multi-tool.
God.
What's your piece? I'm a multi.
Canadian Army knife with hatchet and paintbrush.
Two most things you can have,
Yeah.
man. It's
It's kind of oddly shaped, isn't
Just
it?
a bit.
You're like, oh.
fits right in the pocket. You're good.
It transforms like Megatron. Like literally, you pull out the paintbrush, it's the
Yeah.
right size, and you pull out the hatchet, it gets bigger.
Oh my
Got
god.
that technology. All right,
It's good.
we'll go ahead and move to Laney. Now I've already got the perfect one, so I'm gonna let you throw yours out there first before I blow you all away. I'm just gonna be honest.
You wanna?
Oh, shit.
You wanna go, Eugene? That's or Cy, I mean.
You go first. I need a second to process this, and then I'll go, and then Eugene can go.
Okay.
Cinderella's Castle.
Nice, very nice.
It's Lainey, right? Like
Yep.
she's all about Disney. She's all about that whole park. She loved Disney World. What's more iconic than that?
That's a damn good one. That's a damn good one.
He is really into Disney, like really.
Yes.
It's
Like I wonder, like, if Disney knows, like, about her.
They owe her
guarantee
looks.
she's not the worst one out there, though.
But I wonder if she's on the list. You know, like they have like, they're like
They have her face recognition. Oh, there's Lainey.
Yep,
she's in the park.
she's in the park.
Guys, Lainey's in the park.
they know her on, like on a first name basis. You know, like they got a photo of her when they walk in. Yeah, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. The castle from Cinderella. Interesting. It definitely would be something either related to, because what is Lainey about? She's about Disney and
Disney.
and
Horses, Disney.
horses. What's a good horse from Disney?
Cinderella's carriage.
Oh, there you go. That's what I'll pick. Cinderella's carriage.
Carriage. That's a good pick as well.
Yeah.
But
But you'd have to
Walt
make
Disney's frozen hand.
just a disembodied hand.
Just the
His
head.
head in a
Just the
jar.
head.
Oh, it's his head in a jar. Disney.
But
Yay.
it literally has to look like it looks like it has to be from Futurama.
Futurama.
Exactly. I said now imagine it, because I was thinking about being 3D printed. Mickey Mouse ears, the little dome with the ears on it would be a perfect piece for Lainey. Although the
That'd be pretty
castle's
good.
damn good though.
The carriage is a vehicle, though.
True,
And it,
but you're
you
a
know.
Neo Geo.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know,
I guess if I was gonna be a vehicle from a game, though,
Uh-huh.
I would be Wario from Mario Kart. I would be Wario on his little cart.
Yeah, I could see that. But you're a Neo
Yeah.
Geo. That's
But I'm
Yeah,
gonna
there's
do-
nothing to that. All right. So for Chris, I actually kind of fumbled on this one a little bit. I think I kind of phoned this one in, which I there were a couple of things I immediately wanted to go to, and then I was thinking at first I was thinking something like I know she's really big into the crocheting right now, so I was thinking, well, needles, maybe. But then I know she was really big into her baking, so I thought maybe something like I don't know. I thought something baking wise, like maybe a bowl with a whisk in it or something. And I was like, no, and I finally decided on, because she keeps talking about how, drawn in she is. I thought like and because she had mentioned it on a previous show, I thought an old school, like 13-inch style, black and white with bunny ears television.
Okay.
That's not bad.
So I don't know if she would appreciate that or not. I just remember her mentioning that sometime or another, and lately she's been like all over TV. So
It's still in our basement. We have one. Yeah.
What about like a crochet needle?
That'd be kind of hard.
Yeah, it would be. You just buy a crochet needle, throw it in there.
by the way, Born Distracted says Lainey needs to be a unicorn with a lightsaber coming out of its head. That's interesting.
With
Nice.
ear.
What about a unicorn that the bottom half is like a mermaid? Kind of try to cover a lot of bases.
See, I'm thinking first I want to go, that's stupid, but then I thought of the Lego movie, and I'm like, no, Unikitty was pretty cool. So what do we have? What do you call a horse? What would you call it? A merhorse? A morse?
Morse?
I don't know.
Lainey the Morse.
Let's go back to the other idea for her. That's
So what are you saying for Chris?
for Chris, she's very much about retro things, right? Like and she loves that kind of stuff. But I was with you. I was like, okay, how do I incorporate her baking is one of her go-tos.
Eugene just left. Eugene just walked
like,
out of the fucking show. How rude can you be? Ladies and gentlemen, Eugene has left the building.
our host.
Like, should we wait? Should we not talk about what we're doing?
Oh man, let's talk about you. How's Sai?
Sai's good. Sai has started up his YouTube channel again, rebranded it, And now it's not really going to be about games. There'll be some gaming stuff, but it's mainly going to be just me talking about random, absurd topics, and basically blowing off some steam. So name of the channel is FTMF, which stands for Fuck Those Motherfuckers. So it's going to be a fun channel. If you haven't seen it, go check out what I did, which everybody here probably either has or has no interest in at all. But yeah, it's going to be fun. I got a lot of topics that I'll go through.
You know what? I think that's good for you. I think it's good therapy too, though. So it's.
Yeah, I just don't give a shit anymore. You know, I tried to be nice for a long time on YouTube. I tried to be like really fair and even-minded and like, you know, and all it did was really make me bitter. So I'm just gonna express myself. Okay, Eugene's back.
Okay, what?
So personally, I think that was
the most important part. Yeah, I agree. 100%.
You basically resolved the whole thing right then.
That was awesome. That was amazing. Oh,
couldn't.
Chat room, please tell me what the hell I missed. Okay, when I last left, you were literally about to say the thing for Chris was, and then I had to walk out. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, did you leave?
Oh, screw you.
Oh, you were gone? Yeah, that's weird.
I love you guys and hate you so much. All right, so Chris.
Yeah, so I was just saying, and she's given me the approval for this one. So I was trying to incorporate her baking as well, but she's also got like an old school feel, and she likes retro things and stuff like that. So I went like with a 1950s stove.
Nice. Yeah, I like that.
All right.
So,
like a stove.
Yeah, like the old school.
The old school ones.
Like one of those stoves that you see in a living room, not the ones you see in the kitchen or the ones you see like
in the kitchen. She like her go-to is baking, right? Like if she gets stressed out, she wants to bake something, or if somebody's not feeling good, she wants to bake something for them. So I wanted to do like, so you could do like an old school stove, like from the 1950s, and then if you can open it up, and there'd be like muffins in there or something. So, or cookies. There'd be cookies in the on a tray. So
real cookies too. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, of course, real cookies.
Eugene looked at me like, "What the fuck are you talking about with the stove in the living room?" Y'all know what I'm talking about? The little black, like.
Okay, now I know what
firewood.
you're talking about. Okay, because I was thinking like I'm thinking of the stove like Ray's describing. I'm like, why the fuck would it be sitting in the living room? But now I know what you're going for now. Okay, so.
Yeah.
Okay. No, he's talking about an old school, but yeah, it's a pretty decent shirt, so I wouldn't like it though because it's from Rogue One. Anyway,
maybe I was too hard on Rogue One. I don't know. I need to see it again.
Okay.
But I might have.
That's the spirit.
All right. I had Picky Old Gamer next on my list. And you were gonna have to help me out with this one, Cyrus. I really did not know what to pick for him. I think going back, I've decided on something else, but at first I settled on a vape pen.
A vape pen?
Or whatever it is that fucking thing is that he wants to drag on during the show. We're sitting there having a conversation, you just hear it's like, really?
Yeah. For Picky Old Gamer, I would probably pick either one of three things.
Okay.
Can I throw mine out there? Because
you go ahead. You go ahead.
I was gonna do like, obviously it's gonna be miniature, but an old school arcade box where it's like you got the little joysticks and you got the
that's not
maybe
bad.
like Pac-Man or something on the side. I don't know.
Okay. What were you gonna say?
But yeah,
Cyrus?
just anyone.
I was gonna say either a Sega Genesis, because I know he has a particular affinity for the Sega Genesis.
Okay.
Or a flashlight or a candle, because his power goes out fucking constantly. And then if we're playing and the power goes out, he can just light the little candle or whatever.
I'm trying to imagine this as a 3-dimensional thing, and I'm like, no, it needs to be one of those. It needs to be one of those old school candles, like the
They already have it on Monopoly. It's the candlestick holder.
exactly. Oh my god! Or
That's funny.
we're gonna have to get his
Broken
approval on that one,
Joy-Con.
but,
Ryan says a broken Joy-Con. That's funny.
oh my god. Okay, I kind of like the Sega Genesis idea, but the candle is just hilarious. The other thing I halfway thought about today, when I was thinking about today, because like I said, I wasn't 100% on the whole vape pen thing. I thought maybe like a webcam, or since he's always talking on the webcam, but that candle's fucking hilarious, dude. And he is not going to appreciate that at all.
But it's also utilitarian. He might need it.
I'm gonna write it down. I'll ask him before I settle on it, but he's gonna be like, "What?"
Candle? What in the hell? They gave me candle for?
All right, now
I want to see a conversation. I want to see a conversation with just Piccio Gamer and Jay, where they're just like,
oh my god,
like I might create a
paradox.
a singularity of some sort. They might
you
merge into one person.
it might end the Trump presidency. So maybe we should do that.
Oh shit! We got to make this happen. Game Ramblin', Jay. If you're watching, come on tomorrow.
Still a line from Ghostbusters. We have to get these two together. Speaking of Jay, he was the next one up on my list, and
No, he would not be a Georgia peach. That is horrible. How dare you say?
Because I'm thinking, when you said Georgia Peach, the first thing that went through my mind was from A League of Their Own, the outfit and
Oh my god.
yeah.
Man, he's not going to appreciate this. He is not going to appreciate this at all. How dare you?
That's hilarious.
How dare you, chat room? That is born distracted. How dare you?
360 with a red ring of death.
Damn.
Why is everything negative for him? Like all the
Because he's
all
not
this-
here.
all-
Because the chat room knows him, and he's not here to defend himself. If you weren't here, believe me, they would have dug you a grave too, dude.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Part of the reason why I'm on the show today.
I'm covering my ass.
That's right.
Speaking of our boy Jay, I kind of thought about this. I thought maybe 360 controller, and then it hit me like a bolt of lightning. I was like, I got the answer for this one.
I threw out a barbell.
No, good one. That's a decent one.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
But like with 1,000 pounds on the side of it. But could you make it so that it looks like it's a blow up one, like a balloon from like the Looney Tunes?
Oh yeah. Like it's all rounded. Yeah.
Yeah.
If that one beats my choice, but I don't. If we ask him, I already know he's going to go with my choice. But which should probably already tell Cyrus
He's not here, so
true. Cyrus, any thoughts on our boy Jay?
I have an idea, but I'm worried it might be what you're going to say.
Say it. Go ahead and say it.
A gray strawberry.
Oh no, I didn't even think about that.
Do y'all know? Did we ever talk about that story about the gray strawberries? I'm sure we talked
we
about
have
it.
discussed
Not
this
with
on a
me.
previous episode, but since I think we're a little short on time anyway, we're just gonna dive into it. So, actually, it's less than a month away, or it's right at a month away. We have a thing we call Guys Weekend. We started several years ago where a lot of the guys got together. Like we flew Jay down and we got together. And we basically spent a weekend. We played board games and ate food and drank and just had a good time. And my brother comes over and he's like, "Hey, I've got this moonshine that I've had for a while, and it's strawberry moonshine. And there are these strawberries that are inside this bottle of moonshine that are gray strawberries. Should have already told you. Probably not a good idea. But needless to say, we were trying to get the party going, and everyone was like, "Everyone take a shot at this shit." And I mean, it was kind of like fire, a little bit like fire. But we're like, all right, fine. Kind of kept going or whatever. And then Jay's dumbass at one point says, everybody needs to eat a strawberry. Don't pussy out. Everybody eat a strawberry. So we all ate a fucking strawberry.
oh,
Now you've got this piece of fermented fruit sitting in your stomach that is just like it's basically more alcohol than anything else. So of course it got you fucked up really quick. Well, he then went on to say to do a second one. And we're like, Jay, don't do this, man. Like, we're all drunk. Jay, don't do this. This is not a good idea. Nope. He went and ate a second one. Yeah, needless to say, it put him out for pretty much the rest of the weekend. So
I bet.
we had
man.
a hashtag going for quite a while there. No grease strawberries. So yeah, that's the story of that. So yeah,
Damn.
Good times. He passed out on Eugene's bed like at an angle to where no one could, like, he's the only one going to be on that
yeah.
bed.
So we were trying to figure out, like, okay, what's the sleeping situation going to be like? Because I've got limited room in my house. Like, my brother's house is literally just down the street, so he can go there. But I've got a guest bedroom, and I had my boys' bedrooms or whatever, and then I had couch and a recliner, and then I have a king size bed. 2 people can easily sleep on the king size bed. No, not be anywhere near each other, would have been fine. No, this fucker falls asleep this way across the bed. And I'm just like, Jay, I'm like, fuck it, I'll just go sleep in the recliner. I was, not happy that first night. So, no, I was going to say a pug.
Wow.
I mean, there's a little dog in Monopoly anyway, but having a little pug pretty much would be...
That's it.
No, that's it.
That's it.
You're absolutely right.
So.
That's it.
All right, this should be fun. Let's move on to our boy Lewis. What, See, part of me wanted to say the Sega Genesis.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I didn't really settle on that one either.
So I was trying to think of something that doesn't really show up all that much. So maybe a TARDIS where you go to look for it and it's not there.
If he actually knew anything about Doctor Who, maybe.
I feel like
Oh,
sorry.
shit.
would be
Shit.
Woo.
Totally lost.
Sai, you're just like,
what?
okay,
Totally
try that
lost.
again. You froze up.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we got you now.
Yep.
Oh, that was weird.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe Lou doesn't want this broadcast.
Lou,
I was
hack
gonna say,
channel.
it's possible. He is tech, whatever he calls it. I was gonna say Lou would be some form of Mexican alcohol. I don't know exactly which one we're gonna nail down.
I was thinking of
would he
Dos
be-
Equis bottle.
Dos Equis bottle?
Yep.
Or is Lou more beer or is he more liquor?
Either or, honestly. Because we could just do a bottle of tequila, but is that racist?
But it's Lou.
True. It is Lou. Never mind. No. I think a bottle of tequila actually is pretty fitting.
What if we just named the bottle Lou?
Lou.
Like instead of
It doesn't say tequila or anything. It just says Lou.
It says Lou.
Yeah. That'll work.
Perfect.
bottle Lou.
Oh, Joker's Wild. Excellent. Parker doesn't have a piece because he's off the grid.
Who's Parker?
You just won one internet.
Very, very nice. Very nice.
I had our friend Jennifer on here as well because I had already put her in some of the other stuff. I said an organizer just because she's constantly doing stuff like like a calendar organizer. And then the last one I had on the list here was my brother Rudy. Now I already had a thought, and I jokingly put what I thought it should be in the back chat earlier this week. But talking with my partner, she had a better idea. But do y'all want to throw anything out there?
Well, I have a few.
Go for it.
Well, there's several different directions you could go with Rudy. You obviously could have like a little container of Advocare. That's one.
Mm-hmm.
Then I would go with. I had another idea that maybe you could do like a Hobbit, just because Rudy. Like little Bilbo Baggins or some shit, But of course, my favorite is the fish hook. That would just be what I would go with for Rudy. Because Rudy talk like that. He doesn't really talk like that, but for some reason I decided he did.
He did, yeah. At first, I was thinking a little packet of Spark, and then I told my because I talked to my partner at work about the show's coming up or whatever. She's like, no, you need to do a shaker bottle because he always has that thing with him. And I'm like, yes, absolutely. You know what I'm talking about when I say a shaker bottle?
Yes, I know what you mean. Yeah.
So
For mixing the shakes or whatever.
Yeah, to mix up his shakes and his spark and his everything else. So
there you
go. All right, now here's the question. Now we're not going to go through the entire board because we would be here for freaking ever. But are there some notable places on the board that you think need, that is us that need to be on the board? Like obviously we have to have, like I'm thinking free parking is like chat room. Chat room, that would be free parking.
Can we have Rudy's flooded backyard as go to jail?
Well, I was going to say no, that would actually be pretty good. Yeah, that would actually be pretty good. Oh my god, that'd be hilarious, actually. But I thought we could
don't worry. All you have to do is finish it, Rudy, and you can get out.
We could have like Geek Fest. That would be that'd be one of the places. Some of the different cons that we've been to, like Classic Game Fest, Guys Weekend. Of course, we have to have Canada. The whole country is just like a street. Yeah.
The money is Canadian, right? We're agreeing on
yes,
that, right?
Yes, we're definitely doing Canadian money.
Oh, see, I thought we'd do Amazon cards.
Oh, that's not bad. Well,
Amazon
I definitely want money though. I know they've got some of the newer versions of Monopoly that have a credit card to it, and that just kind of I don't know. That just doesn't seem right to me.
I don't like it as much.
Free beer? What now? Instead of the railroads, it should be fast food stops. Oh, hell yeah, Joker's Wild.
Oh, that's a good idea.
That is a great idea. Okay, now there are 4 railroads. What 4 would we pick?
Oh, shit, this is going to be brutal.
Yeah.
Whataburger's got to be on there.
I will second Whataburger.
You got to have a Tim Hortons for Canada.
You know what? I'm down with that. That's fine. That's cool.
Jack in the Crack has to be on there.
Oh, yeah, because we go Jack in the Box quite a bit. So there's one more. What would be the other one? Rubies? Really? We could do Rubies? A black square that says Picky Old Gamers Home. Chat room, I love you. I love you to death. Y'all are awesome.
Oh, man, that's funny. I hate going to that side of the board. It's so dark over there.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
McDonald's, I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. Like, it just
only for breakfast.
Oh, I love McDonald's breakfast.
Oh, but Eugene, do they offer their full breakfast menu throughout the day?
Actually, they've started offering. I think they've started offering. You know what? I'll get back to you on that.
This is Eugene's pet peeve. Started talking about McDonald's and their breakfast. I wanted a biscuit. They didn't have a biscuit. Why didn't I have a biscuit? I should be able to get a biscuit.
A McMuffin, really, all day long? Fuck you, motherfucker. By the way, that would be. I halfway thought maybe that would be jail. It would just say "fuck you, motherfucker" on the board.
If you ever do an episode on my YouTube channel, Eugene, that would be what it was. The biscuits.
The biscuit rant. Yeah, I'll believe me. I can rant on.
See, I thought jail would be technical difficulties.
Dunkin' Donut. Oh yes. Well, see, that would be some of the cards we would have. We would have technical difficulties. We would have hangouts acting up. That would go back 3 spaces or lose whatever.
Yep.
Molly barking.
You won.
Would be a problem.
You won the summer or the winter challenge.
Oh yeah.
One or the other.
Gain money that way. That would be awesome, actually. I still don't know what the 4th one would be.
Well, we'll have to take a vote, I guess.
Oh my god! If you land on McDonald's, you have to find the obesity card in the stack. If you get the obesity card, you have to roll your dice or something. Oh my god! But no, I think that would that's hilarious. I may have to at least print out the little pieces anyway, because I think that would be awesome.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm still dying over this idea of a totally black square. Like, it doesn't even say anything on it, and it's just like maybe it does actually say "Picky Old Gamer's House" or whatever, and you have to pick up the board and kind of like move it just enough so that you can see the shimmer.
You know what's funny is he lives in Georgia, and every time I think about where he lives, I imagine The Walking Dead because it happens in Atlanta, and all that. So I'm always imagining like he's like, well, I got to leave the house, gotta make sure I get my shotgun and my, my machete, No, it's in my imagination. He doesn't live in Zombieland, but I guess he does.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
See, I went a little bit different for the places.
Oh, really? What'd you do?
I went with like fantasy places that I thought would be cool to own.
Okay.
So, like from Wayne's World, I went with the Gasworks.
Oh, nice.
The place that Springfield, of course, because it's Springfield. There's I don't know if you guys ever watched it. There's a TV show called SCTV back in the 80s. And the town was called Mellonville, and it was a Canadian-based show. So, but John Candy was on that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's going way back. And then Hill Valley, New York from Futurama.
Nice.
Metropolis from the movie that back from 1927. Mm-hmm. Gotham, and you could do like a bunch of other that way too.
That would be the one that Cy always has to get. Like it doesn't matter if he wins the game, as long as he owns Gotham, he's fine.
That'd be like Boardwalk.
Yeah, exactly.
We should have an area that's like horror themed, like with Elm Street and
nice, yeah.
Crystal Lake, and then Pico Gamer's House. And,
oh my God! You just figured out where it would be.
It's perfectly. You get those three, you win.
Exactly, those three right there. That's that you own that monopoly. Yeah. Crystal Lake, Elm Street, Pickle Game.
Every third term, every third time you land on them, though, you don't have to pay rent because the power's out. You're okay.
Okay, and so we're gonna have Jay's house, but like the places around it, there's nothing there because literally he lives out in fucking nowhere. So like literally there will be nothing on the board next to his. So yeah.
And so there'd be like two squares beside it
blank.
or blank.
Yeah, they're just blank. There's nothing there.
It's a really strange shaped board,
Yeah.
Like and then all of a sudden,
way over here somewhere else. Yeah.
I just thought of Parker. So Parker would have to be like a chisel and a hammer for his piece.
Yeah.
But for where he is on the map, he's actually not on the map because it's a secret because he's working for the government. So he's just a question mark somewhere that you randomly place on the board.
I just
and that's his spot.
The top, like the box for the game specifically has like the little shining piece in the bottom corner, and it says special Parker piece included. And it has a picture of it, but when you open it up, it's not in the box. It's not even there at all.
So, no, that'd be Rudy or Lou's pieces.
Yeah, that'd be yeah. Oh my God! Was there anything else y'all want to throw out there? Oh Lord, Parker's house is a square covered with Gilly. Was there anything else y'all wanted to throw out there to add to the board game or Area 51? Not bad. Yeah, we may have to like kind of work on this and refine it or whatever. So, because I may have to at least print, design and print the pieces because I think the pieces would be awesome. So that, and I could print them and ship them to y'all, and hopefully it wouldn't cost me an arm and a leg. Be like, hey, we're playing Monopoly this weekend. Who are you going to be? I'm being me. Bam.
Yes.
Is that?
I really feel like I want to play as Rudy.
Do what now?
I want to play as Rudy. Damn hook keeps poking my fingers though.
Oh Lord. You and that hook. Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and move on to our picks and pans for the week. Does anyone want to go first?
Sure.
All right, Ray, what is your pick and or pan for the week?
It's a double pick for the same reason, for the same thing. We have I am in love with small theaters right now. Mm-hmm. We have a small theater up in a small town near us. It's independently owned, and instead of doing midnight showings because it's too late, he gets permission from the places like Disney or whoever's releasing the movie to show it a day early, and I fucking love it. Like, it's awesome that he does that. So we got to go see Guardians of the Galaxy on the second one, Volume 2, on Thursday night, and it was great because it was at 7 o'clock at night. Got to take the kids; they enjoyed it. It was good movie. Turn your brain off, go enjoy it. But I love the small theater. My only complaint about it is that he's got to upgrade his seats because, dear God, 3 hour, well, 2.5 hours, however long the movie is, you're sitting there and you're just constantly trying to shift and get comfortable.
God,
dear
I hate
God,
that.
yeah, it's the only thing. But he's upgrading the seats someday, he said. So.
Oh, real quick, Joker's Wallet added the Winchester from Shaun of the Dead would be an awesome place for the Monopoly game. Yeah, there are a lot of theaters here that have started doing the 7 o'clock showings on Thursday nights as well. And you just reminded me about the seats. The little theater that I like to go to, the small chain theater here in the city next door. I haven't been there since they've upgraded the seats. They've actually upgraded them to the recliners, and I haven't been there yet. So, I need to go check out Guardians there. So, I'm going to jump in here with my pick. My pick is I still have not. No, I take that back. I have. I've only watched like an episode and a half, but I mean they're hour and a half long episodes. But I'm only an hour and a half. I'm only an episode and a half in. But it's great to have on kind of in the background while you're watching, but you're not. You're also doing other stuff, and it's perfect for that. And it's on Netflix. It's Mystery Science Theater 3000, the reboot they did with Felicia Day and Jonah Ray, and it's all the magic of the old show, and I mean they still do all the old trope stuff, which is great. But it's like I was sitting there the other night and I was refining a model that I was working on the computer, and I had it on in the background. So while I'm working, I'm still kind of listening, and the best way I ever heard this is like a lot of shows go up there and they really try to make everything hit on every cylinder, and that's not what this show is about. This show is about getting up at bat 1,000 times and only connecting 5 or 6, but when they do connect, it's totally worth it. I was a lot of the jokes are just like okay, but then occasionally they say something or do something and you just guffaw. It's so hilarious. But yeah, if you were a fan of the original series, definitely go check out Mystery Science Theater 3000 on Netflix. It's great. And the movies that they have picked, the first one was, oh my God, it was a giant Reptilicus is the name of the movie, and it's this giant lizard, and it looks horrible, and of course they're bagging on it constantly. And it also helps that some of the humor they're pulling in is from current modern day stuff. But then the second one, the second one I'm halfway through right now, they're watching, is something or another about this kid that he's friends with Bigfoot and no one knows it or believes it, and it's so, and it's like, how did this movie get made? So it's also hilarious just to watch this movie, especially them cracking on it. But it's, oh my God, it's wonderful. I'm enjoying it. I really am enjoying it. So. Cyrus, do you have a pick or pan for the week?
I definitely want to pan the whatever phone Jay is using that doesn't work with Skype, because that's I've never heard of a phone that doesn't work with Skype. Smartphone anyway. That doesn't sound too smart to me. So definitely want to pan that. Yeah, I don't really have anything in particular. Y'all, I don't know.
I got a pick for you.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
New channel, man. You're
I was going to
rebooting
say,
the channel.
that would have been what I would have picked.
Well, I figure we get to that whenever I do my end thing. But I did have one. I watched the second Dave Chappelle comedy special on Netflix. So I've seen 2 of them now. And it's also hilarious. It takes a little while to warm up, but once he gets going, he's great.
Yeah, he is.
I love Dave Chappelle. So
Very good. Very good.
I won't.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is our show for the evening. If you would, please give us a 5-star rating on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, wherever it is you listen to the show. You can always join the chat room, which, I mean, we're loving having the chat room. They're awesome. But we record live on YouTube on Saturday nights at about 9 o'clock Central Standard Time or Central Daylight Time, however you want to put it. Also, check out some of the other shows. We just posted a new episode of the Marginally Geeky Show where we talked about Felicia Day's new book, or her memoir that she came out with, You're Never Weird on the Internet. Supposed to be getting a new episode of Epic Rhythm and Brews, hopefully here pretty soon. We've got a new episode of Game Rambling coming out tomorrow with Cyrus and Picky Old Gamer talking about apparently lots of stuff.
yeah, we're gonna have a fun show.
Nice.
Yeah, there's the whole thing I'm gonna go into about Etika and C&D, who are two big Nintendo people on the internet, got swatted. And I watched the SWAT video before it got took down, so I'll be talking about that.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty fascinating.
Interesting. And then my new show, Epically Geeky Makers, which Ray's going to jump on eventually. He's like, I don't know, I'm trying to figure it out. The newest episode I just put up earlier last week, I don't know, time is hard, where I talk about the scope that I made for the boys Nerf gun. If nothing else, just go watch the intro. You'll probably at least get a laugh watching my fat ass roll around on the floor. So but you can always find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Epically Geeky. And, you can find our individual stuff out there as well, such as Cyrus. Where can we find you on the internet?
Well, I have. We were talking about this earlier. Maybe while you were gone, I have resurrected my. I resurrected my YouTube channel. It's now something very different, and if you're into that kind of thing, talking about a little bit of controversial type stuff, you might find it interesting. It is now referred to as just simply FTMF. So come join me, watch what I do. And I make the fucking people laugh. So.
Yes.
Ray, where can we find you on the internet?
Easiest place is on Instagram, the Lake Life Artist, sorry. And you can find me on Facebook as well, under Raymond Andrew for it's one of the artists that's listed there. So
Yep,
yeah, you got some good stuff. Like I can't wait to. He's been working on these geek related things that are really interesting. Y'all are gonna like it.
Every time we talk about T-shirts, we get more ideas, and so the cool thing is I've talked to a guy about supplying me with some silk screens, and hopefully we're gonna make some of this stuff actually happen soon.
So we will have.
By the way,
to figure that out.
If you guys in the chat suggest ideas for the T-shirts that we end up using, you ain't getting none of that shit. You understand?
They're all like, "Oh, sweet! Oh, damn! Fuck you."
There's no residuals. That's all I'm saying. There's no residuals.
Nice. I'm glad you had to put that out there. As for me, you can follow my individual wacky adventure online at Optimus Gene on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. For everyone on the site, have a good night.